Davina Bentley. You go down for Davina. Or slow it down a little bit. No!
Hey guys, how you doing? Very nice to be here. Oh God, they are a really sexy front row. Yeah, they're a sexy front row. I'm Davina. I am 37 years old, and I don't have any children. And that is absolutely fine, because a lot of women... No, that wasn't the funny bit, my love. No. 37, and I don't have any children, and that is absolutely fine, because a lot of women don't want to have children, and we shouldn't shame them for it. Yeah, women like my mother. So, were you laughing because you're like, I've got Lily, I am a mum. I'm a mummy. Yes, you are. But Lily's a little cunt. So she's not. She's gorgeous girl. She's not. So recently I decided to ask out this guy that I'd always really fancied. And on the date, the guy was fit, but he was dressed so fucking badly. He had on a fedora and open-toe leather sandals. So I had sex with him. And then after I had sex with this guy, I caught the worst thing that you can catch from sex with a man, which is, of course, no. I'm 37, no. It's feelings, thank you. Of course it's feelings. Also, that can be dealt with. We have an NHS, so it's feelings. I genuinely started to like a guy who wore a Hawaiian shirt non-ironically and non-neurodivergently. I'm very conscious of you sitting there. No, it's not Hawaiian, but it's not Hawaiian. I actually really genuinely like that print. But of course, same. No, so I started to like this guy, and I was like, why does that happen? Why do I fuck a guy and then after start to like them? So I went online, and the internet said, when you have sex with someone, your body releases oxytocin, the emotional bonding hormone, every time you have an orgasm. And I was like, well, it can't be that then. Because boys are bad at sex. No, but it actually scared. I was thinking about it, and actually, can you imagine how much I would have liked this guy if he'd have actually made me come? Do you know what I mean? I'd have gone full-on baby reindeer. And by that, I mean I'd have written, a moving but ultimately defamatory show about him. But I suppose the big thing that's happened to me in the last year is that I fell in love. Thank you, but it ended because I can't have nice things. And this guy was fit, but much more than that. His thing was being so English and posh. You know when someone's so English and posh, it's almost like there's something a bit wrong with them. It's like they've been in some kind of car crash. And I say that because he would pronounce his words wrong. So instead of saying respect, he'd say respect. And instead of saying piss off, he'd say pass on. And instead of saying mummy, he'd say nanny. And I know that you might be listening to me going, oh, well, Davina, you're very posh yourself. Correct. But I'm Jewish, so I'm nouveau riche is different, okay? And if maybe you don't know, maybe you're not from London, let me just explain the difference. So you get posh Jews like me, mostly from London, and then you get posh upper-class men like the man I fell in love with. This is the difference. Posh upper-class men will always have a mum who will drink half a glass of Sancerre, and then she will start flirting with her sons. Totally true. Totally true. I don't make the rule. Posh English mums, half a glass of Sancerre, those mums go all sort of wiggly. What's your name? Of course it is. Didn't doubt it for a second. Those posh mums, they get a glass of Sancerre, they go all sort of wiggly, and they'll go, oh, Marcus. Ooh, wet. And it would be wet. They grow up. No, they go, Marcus, you look like Daddy on his wedding day. Is mummy still pretty? And I'm not saying Jewish mums don't flirt with their sons. They absolutely do. They just don't need a glass of Sancerre to get there. They wouldn't waste the calories. I've been thinking about the worst thing a guy can say, and I think for me the worst thing a guy can say about a woman is she was beautiful, but she didn't know she was beautiful. It's right? It's the worst fucking thing. I hate that. It's also all beautiful women know they're beautiful because men tell us at 4 a.m. at bus stops. Yeah, I said us, imagine me with concealer. But I think the reason that upsets me so much as a phrase, it's very gendered, but guys, I don't think you're so good at noticing. Is that fair to say? Often guys aren't good at noticing? Can the half mullets in the front row see me? Is this a 6 Sixth Sense thing? Is it like I see boys with half mullets? Can you see them? Yeah, it's not a like... Okay, sorry, I got worried. No, but... So generally, like the fact you could... Yeah, that was a good example. Boys, generally, it's gendered. I don't think men are so good at noticing. Example 1. In 1920, King Tutankhamun's tomb was found. For the first time. That was 1920. 90 years later, the female clitoris was mapped for the very first time. So you found King Tut before you found the clit. It's fine, but you're bad at noticing. And I think it pisses me off because, like I say, all beautiful women know they're beautiful, right? Like, the idea of a beautiful woman who doesn't know she's beautiful, that's dumb. That's like a guy who works in finance not knowing that he works in finance. That's a guy walking around a hedge fund being like, oh, I'm an equity fund manager, but I don't even know it. No. It's never fucking happened. I'll tell you this. I'll say this. Because I do stand-up comedy, I've got a lovely new group of friends. They're like my Gen Z babies. I love them. They have stolen my heart, so I'm going to steal their eggs. And they... Are you guys Gen Z? How old are you two?
No, maybe not 26.
It's so confusing. You have like the voice of an adult but the face of babies. I'm so utterly discombobulated by you. I may have to just stay away from these sexy children. Stop it. Grow up. It's disgusting. So I've got my little Gen Z babies. They're all girls. I love them. I know them from stand-up. And they're so different to my friends who are my age. Like, they're much more political, much more left-wing. They're all bisexual, but they haven't fucked a girl between them. I'm straight, and I fuck more girls than all of them put together. It's so cute. But I really love them. And like I say, very different to my millennial friends. So... Best explained probably this way. So my Gen Z girls encouraged me to get an outfit that was not very me. I wasn't sure, so it was these Y2K like crocodile print trousers, crochet vest, and a bucket hat. And I wasn't sure. Oh, right, it's not the funny bit. Don't laugh in the setup. And I showed one of my Gen Z girls, lovely 24-year-old friend, and she just looked me up and down in the outfit, and she went, "Oh my God, yes, it's giving slay." She liked it. And then I showed my best friend, who's a 39-year-old architect. She looked me up and down and she went, "Are you depressed? Is this about you turning 40? And I was like, "No. I slay. Every day." How much more time have we got? You guys have been very nice. I will tell you. Okay, so besides these little Gen, are you also Gen Z? No, okay. Are you yes, you're tiny sexy babies. This is what I will say about you Gen Z guys, and I mean this like with love. Did you say, "Oh my God, I'm 26"? No, okay, I'm clearly having a stroke. I can't, because they fucked it. I can't tell if I'm having a stroke. Anyway, so okay, so this is my thing I think about Gen Zs. Like, I will tell Gen Z people what I do for my job, and they'll be so positive and lovely, and then they will give me advice that I did not ask for. Does that kind of make sense? So my job is like showing off, listening to the sound of my own voice. Not this, I'm also a lawyer. So for example, I was doing a gig here at Angel, and then afterwards I was talking to somebody who'd been in the audience, and she was a trainee barrister, you know, like a baby lawyer. And when we were talking, as I walked away from her, she went, "I think you should go for it." And I was like, "What? Go for what?" And she's like, "You know, the whole, like, being a stand-up but also being a lawyer." And I was like, "No, those are both my jobs." She was like, "That's the spirit." I was like, I don't, that's so arrogant. And then I know that night she would have gone home and been like, "I've really helped that old bitch out." so annoying. I will leave you guys with this. I recently got on a bus. Guys, it's not even the story. And out of nowhere, this guy started being disgustingly racist towards these two lovely young girls. He started saying really hideous shit, like, "England's for the English, go back to where you came from." And I was in no fucking mood. And maybe because I'm a lawyer, but also because I'm a little bit of a white saviour, I was like, I'm not having this. So I decided to sort of get up on my metaphorical white horse. I'm sure it's a Shetland. So I trotted up to the racist guy, and I said, "Shut the fuck up, nobody wants to hear your racist shit." And I think because I said something, perhaps someone with my kind of accent, and suddenly everybody on the bus started shouting at the racist guy, and the racist guy got off the bus. But I have to say, I still find it absolutely astonishing that in this day and age, nobody stopped and filmed me being amazing. People are Please follow me on the internet because it's the 10,000 steps. Nailed it. Follow me on the internet because it's the only place you'll actually see the real me. In that I look nice because I put the filter on. Okay, I've been Davina. Thank you so much. Welcome back, your MC.